Welcome back, guys. In the previous video, I discussed the factors that you should consider when deciding on a master's degree and the ultimate question between whether you should do a general master's or an MBA. I'm going to be delving deeper into that today. Now, the first thing that you must note that doing a master's degree abroad does not guarantee you postgraduate opportunities abroad. So you have to be more strategic. If your motivation for going abroad is to maybe find a job after or to immigrate into that country, then you have to be more strategic on the choice of the country in which you would do your master's in. Now, so your dream school may be Harvard, for instance, and for engineers or for doctors, the US may not be the dream destination, or statistics have shown that doctors or lawyers who are doing a general master's may not necessarily find the kind of opportunities that they're looking for. So you have to be more strategic. Now, my advice typically will be, so let us take a profession that I'm familiar with, law for instance. In the past 3 or 4 years, I know at least 10 people who've gone for masters abroad. Now, those who are almost certain of getting postgraduate opportunities abroad are 3 categories of people. 1, those who have a background, experience in tax and are going for a tax degree program. So it could be international taxation law, and mostly in select universities, especially in the US, NYU, Columbia, Washington, etc. Now, because there is a general scarcity for tax practitioners, most of these guys usually get opportunities after, whether in the US or in the Middle East or anywhere else in the world. Very big factor. Or guys who go in for a tech program. Now, those guys have to be even more strategic. So if you're going for a tech program, you have to do it in a place that is closer to the job centers. Now, for instance, Stanford is located in California. California is also home to Silicon Valley. Now, your Stanford University is in the same city as the headquarters of most tech companies in the world. So if you want to do a tech master's, then you should be looking to go to universities that are closer to the hub, the tech hub in the world. Silicon Valley, so you're looking at Berkeley, you're looking at Stanford, you're looking at universities that are closer to the job centers. If you're looking to do international law in the US, for instance, you're looking to do it at the University of Washington Law School in DC. Universities in DC, because DC is home to the World Bank. Or you're looking to do it at NYU, which is just in the same city as the United Nations headquarters in New York. So you need to be more strategic. You need to make sure that the university is closer to the job centers, right? Now, if you're looking to immigrate with your family, then you need to think about countries where they're more receptive to immigrants. Canada is one, Norway, and some of these Scandinavian countries. So by the time depending on the factor which is motivating you to go for the master's, that should inform the choice of institution rather than just the prestige of the institution. Well, for you, it may not be immigration and it may not be postgraduate opportunities. All that you just care about is that you want to have that pedigree. You want to be able to say, oh, you have your master's from University of Oxford and your PhD from Cambridge and you have an MBA from Harvard. Now that is good enough because the prestige of the university as well, just gives you that stamp of credibility, and you don't mind, coming back to Nigeria to start your own stuff or coming back to your previous employer, but you are just thinking about the opportunities that are yet unseen and unthinkable that having Harvard on your CV or Cambridge or Oxford on your CV can bring you. So you're not thinking about the immediate opportunities, but you're thinking even farther into the future. Fantastic. Then you should do everything in your power to go after the big names, the Ivy League universities, the Stanford and the NYU and the Columbia and the Oxford, Cambridge, Durham of this world. So again, it comes down to what is driving your decision. Why do you want a master's degree? That is the most important question to answer first of all. Now, the next thing that you must then consider, right, is whether in your chosen profession, now that you've decided that yes, I want a master's degree, do you want to do a general master's or an MBA? Now, first of all, if you are already past entry level role and you're already approaching a managerial position, with an MBA you can never go wrong. So for you, it is almost a no-brainer. If you've worked 5 years in an organization, including even a firm, right, as a finance lawyer, or you've worked as an accountant or a consultant, then you are definitely not going to need a master's to give you a push. You've already been fantastic. You've been promoted a number of times. So you definitely need something to give you a push. And an MBA, in my opinion, will give such a person that rather than a regular LLM. And a regular LLM, is just you taking a study leave, right? And you just going to flex. So if you want that jump for somebody who's more experienced, I strongly think that getting an MBA will give you more value. Now, there are even younger people. The trend, more lawyers are, opting for an MBA, Masters in Business Administration. Now, a question for you is, why a general master's? Why not an MBA? So, for me, it would be a general master's first, or rather not a general master's. It would be an LLM over an MBA because I want to do my master's in trade. So, of course, trade, it's an LLM in trade law that's relevant. In fact, for you to do an internship at the WTO, that is what is required, an LLM in trade. Now, I was going to make this point in the last video, or I think I did, that for the WTO, the minimum qualification is a master's degree. So that could be the reason why you are choosing a master's, a general master's or an LLM over an MBA, right? Now, but if that isn't what is driving your decision, right? If another reason why you want a master's is in order to transition into another profession, or you want to open up the opportunities. If you do a master's in law, then you're going to get opportunities, even if it's a company, it's going to be in the legal department as general counsel, or you work with a Magic Circle law firm. But if you want to broaden the scope, the horizon, you want to woo different markets beyond just the legal profession, then an MBA can do that for you. With an MBA, you're immediately attractive to consulting companies, McKinsey, Boston Consulting Group, Bain and Company. You're already poised to go into consulting, and with a background in anything, consulting accepts and welcomes just anybody. Another thing that you would find interesting with the MBA is that when you have grown to a certain level in an organization, an MBA is definitely a factor. Managerial position, MBA is what is advised. They want to know that you're able to manage a business. You're an entrepreneur, you're thinking business, and you're not thinking like an employee, you're thinking like an employer. So it comes down to you. What are the factors driving your choice? Is it immigration? Is it the prestige of the school? Is it postgraduate opportunities? Is it the fact that it is a minimum requirement for the course you're studying? Or do you want to remedy an undergraduate grade? You have to put those factors into consideration before you can make an informed decision. I'm very happy to answer your questions. Send me an email or send me a DM on Twitter at Ojayansola, or on Instagram oj.ayansola, or on LinkedIn you can send me a message, Ojayansola Sage, on LinkedIn. I am very happy to talk. My email is ojayansola@gmail.com. I am going to put it in the link to this video so we can have these conversations. I am also very happy to look at your personal statements and your CVs, right? And when you are applying for this master's as a service, I definitely do those application reviews and fantastic stuff. I'm happy to help anyone out. So for those of you who are seriously considering master's degree, I hope you found this video very useful. Please do not hesitate to share with your friends, families, and foes, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.